So here we go. We told you so. Episode 135. After weeks of Trump and his people saying that they might try to take away habeas corpus, which is unconstitutional, people in his administration, like Kristi Noem, have gone up in front of Congress to try to defend that claim. Kristi Noem recently embarrassed herself by showing she has absolutely no clue what habeas corpus is or how it works. Because as usual, just like Steve Bannon did about a week ago, she claimed that habeas corpus was a constitutional right given to the president under Article 2. However, as I pointed out several times, Article 2 does not mention habeas corpus at all. Habeas corpus is mentioned under Article 1 under the powers of Congress. Even then, it is done during times of war, rebellion, or invasion, to which Trump's people are trying to say, well, these immigrants are an invasion, we're being invaded. Even when, according to the Border Patrol's own numbers, crossings at the southern border have gone down 90%. How is that an invasion? But then again, he has to come up with another huge scary thing to talk about like habeas corpus because he doesn't want people to realize just how badly he's losing. He's losing most of his court cases that are challenging his executive orders, and he's completely underwater in a poll in Texas. He has the lowest approval rating of any president in almost a century, and he really doesn't want people to know that. And after months of Dumpy and Muskrat claiming that there was so much wasteful government spending going on that they had to cut, while Dumpy himself was taking multiple golf trips at tens of millions of dollars a trip, and the State Department wanted to buy over $400 million of exploding Tesla Cybertrucks, and Dumpy himself wanting a military parade to celebrate himself on his birthday that would cost about $45 million, he's now also claiming that he wants to build a missile defense system for the US, which would cost tens of billions of dollars. Because he has no original idea of his own, he wants to name it after the Iron Dome in Israel and call it the Golden Dome. So take away benefits for tens of millions of Americans, cause thousands of people to lose their jobs, cut people's wages, raise people's taxes, and raise prices across the entire country, then spend a whole bunch of taxpayers' money going golfing, celebrating your own birthday, and building a missile defense system. If the MAGA haven't realized yet that he's gone full Kim Jong-orange, they've truly lost the plot. Because while Trump is simultaneously threatening Republican members of Congress who don't vote for his spending bill, the one that, raises the taxes on all of us, history shows that that doesn't really treat Congress people too well. When they vote for a tax increase on the people, they tend to lose in their next cycle. And as delusional as the Trump supporters are, even they are starting to realize that what he's calling tax cuts is tax cuts for the rich. It's raising the taxes on all of us. Again, just like he did in 2017. And all because he wants to continue pulling the wool over their eyes and making them praise him as he continues to steal out of their pockets. I will never understand how he keeps succeeding in this because he has the charisma of a dead fish. This has been We Told You So.